What's happening, guys? My name is Woods, and today let's talk about one-handed weapon versus two-handed weapon. Now, it could be for any character, so let's talk about the sorceress, for instance. Ideally, with the sorcerer, you want a one-handed weapon together with the focus. However, there are some times when if you want some pure damage, then it's better to actually get a two-handed weapon. Let's say, for instance, this weapon right here. This staff right here is the staff of elemental command. This is one you can get for free. I have a video about this to show you how to get this. You can farm this, but once you turn this into a legendary, as you can see, the name has been changed to a different name because you turn it into a legendary. But the main thing about this staff is the fact that you have fire damage, lightning damage, and cold damage. So for a sorcerer, you want all those damage. So if your build focuses on one of those, then you have the benefit of that without worrying about anything. That said, when you look at the amount of damage this can do for this staff right here, and you can see that with one staff you can do a lot of damage. Now let's go and look at one of the one-hand weapon. You can be a dagger, or you can also be a wand. So let's try the dagger. And then with the dagger, we can use a focus. So now look at the total damage is 1,593. That now when you look at the attack power for the one-hand weapon and the focus, you can see that it varies based on what you're gonna find. But the difference in damage is not that substantial. Now let's look at the staff again. As you can see, the attack power is 1,705. That's a big boost for just one weapon. Now, it all depends on what you're willing to sacrifice. Now, when you use a two-handed weapon, what you sacrifice a slot for an extra aspect. So when we use a one-handed weapon with the focus, we have a total of 2 aspects that we can use. I can add an aspect to this one. Since it is a rare, I can just imprint one on it. And then I also have the focus will come with another aspect that gives me 2, whereas if you get the two-handed weapon, you are limited to just 1. And another thing about using a one hand and a focus is the fact that the focus will give you cooldown. Like for instance, this one is one that I created, but because it's really good with the cooldown, I got 6.2% on top, and then I also got an extra 6.7% on the bottoms. That's a lot of cooldown you can use for your build compared to if you were using a two-handed weapon. You are not going to have that. You have to find cooldown reduction somewhere else. So that's the difference when you are deciding whether you want to use a two-handed weapon or a one-handed weapon. The benefit is clear, but it all depends on what sacrifice that you are willing to make. Anyway, that's all we got to say. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this is helpful. I will see you guys in the next one.